Hey guys. So, you may remember at the end of the last game, if you were watching, we left off with this gutter runner here rolling plus strength, and I wasn't sure what to do. As you can probably tell, I decided to take the plus strength. I felt like, if I'm rolling plus strength on a gutter runner is basically the first level up on the team, that's a sign from novel that the team is meant to be competitive, and I'm not gonna go against that. So this isn't a joke team anymore, but I'm gonna keep let's playing them just because why not? I already started. However, that's not the purpose of this video. I promised Skaven Mutations, and I'm gonna deliver on that. So I went in and I adminned myself a bunch of Skaven level ups on this team. Well, not this team, but a team on an alt account. You can probably tell from the name here what's inside of this team. You can only have one Rat Ogre on a team, so I needed 2 teams to get all the Rat Ogres in. This guy has claw and horns, and you can see those. These are the horns. They look pretty good. The claw, like on every other Skaven player, is not actually a claw. It is in fact these rhino horns are what you get when you put claw on a rover. So, I mean, they look cool, I guess, like rhino rover, but not exactly a claw, so kind of disappointed. I'm not surprised though. Anyway, we're gonna look at the other one, which is not in this competition, it's here. Well, to start with, actually, we'll look at this, and you can see tentacles on the rover, which I gotta say, that looks amazing. That is really good tentacles. Right up there with all the chaos ones. Except I kind of like these better, just the color is a bit better than the ones on the Mino, I think. The Chaos Warriors are pretty good, though. And you can kind of see some of the other ones, but we'll go look at all the individual players now. So we'll start with the Rat Ogre. Got the tentacles, really cool. This one also has Foul Appearance, which gives you the exact same rhino horns as Claw, for some reason. I don't understand. There's also a Dust Cloud Particle effect in-game. I'll try to show that off after I get through all the players. And we have probably the worst Storm Vermin ever made. These are terrible. He just kept leveling up and not rolling doubles, and I couldn't fire him because he already had one of the mutations I needed to show off. He's got extra arms, which you can see are pretty decent, I guess. At least not terrible. They're neat in that, like, I like the green bits. I think that's supposed to be like warp stone, which makes a lot of sense. And we've got the other Storm Vermin, who has 2 heads, and that's a little bit... It's hard to tell, because if you're just looking at it front on like this, it looks like he just has another jaw. If you rotate it though, you can actually tell it is a second head. It's actually an upside down head underneath the original head, which is weird. I like the tongue on it. It just moves. It's kind of like the tentacles, to be honest, but and the eye is neat. It's just this bright green eye. But it's a pretty basic one. And we've got, here's a gutter runner with tentacles. Perhaps the worst double skill pick ever. But it's a really nice looking tentacle, again, and like all the other ones, it's green and it's kind of spiky. It's actually really neat looking. It's not the massive tentacles that the big guys and Chaos dudes have, but It is neat. And it's certainly better than the Chaos Edition tentacles. Okay, this guy has very long legs, which, sadly, as far as I can tell, does not change the gunner model at all. I don't think it does anything. So, that's unfortunate. This guy has foul appearance, or disturbing presence, rather, which has a particle effect I'll try to show off in-game. And he's got prehensile tail, which gives him this. I'm a little disappointed he still has, like, I would have expected the prehensile tail to replace the original tail. But even so, it's a pretty good tail. Clips through the cloak, which isn't great, but whatever. Kind of hard to see here, because it keeps going off camera and behind the skills. But I like it moves nicely, and it's got these green bits at the end. It's pretty neat. And this gutter runner has claw, which you can see is just the big teeth. It's exactly the same as claw on Storm Vermin. When I saw this, I don't think this was the first mutation I saw doubled up, but it did make me suspect all the Skaven pieces that aren't the Rat Ogre seem to use the exact same models for every mutation. And it was pretty well confirmed by this thrower. And we can look at, he's got second head, which is just like the one on the Storm Vermin, except it's right side up instead of upside down, so that's slightly different. The arms are exactly the same as on the Storm Vermin. He's also got big hand, which is hard to tell. It's just his hand is bigger and kind of green. There's bandages, but those were actually there on the original. We'll see that on the other thrower. If I don't actually have another thrower on this team. That's alright. And we get to some linemen. This guy has horns, and once again, like, this is exactly the same horns as on Gutter Runner. They're pretty good horns, though, so I guess that's okay. This one's got tentacles. Again, same as on Gutter Runner. Not really anything special to show off there. This guy's got big hand, and it's easier to see on him than on the thrower because he doesn't have that giant arm cannon in the way. But yeah, it's just his hand's bigger, and it's all green. Which is neat, I guess. Not really much you can do with big hand. And this guy's got claw, which, again, same teeth thingy. And prehensile tail, again, exactly the same as on the Gutter Runner. So, that's a bunch of mutated Skaven. I'm going to go ahead and pop into a game now, just friendly, so we can see what those look like. Oh, I guess I have to log into the other account to do that, don't I? Okay. Here we are in-game. Unfortunately, you don't get to see the particle effects here yet. You have to actually get onto the pitch. This is just friendly. I screwed up and said it was against AI, so it's a really good thing that I wanted to toss. I'm just going to choose to kick so that we get immediate control. So here we have the foul appearance on the Rat Ogre. So get this guy out of the way. Unfortunately, it's a bit hard to look at him from different angles because of the camera controls in this game. Yeah, you can just see it's just a dust cloud. We can do this. At it from the side, but there's not much. He basically looks like that guy from Charlie Brown. And then we've got the disturbing presence. Gutter Runner is what he's called. And he's got this neat particle effect, kind of black fire-ish. I think it looks pretty similar to what the Chaos Warriors with Disturbing Presence have, because I saw them on a stream once. So I am guessing that Disturbing Presence on the Rat Ogre would look a lot like the Minotaur, which is pretty much the same as this, but bigger and less black, more like a natural fire appearance. Let's get in from this angle. It's not the greatest effect, to be honest, when you zoom in, because it's pretty obvious it's just coming out of his back, and you kind of want it to be on like his head or something. It's not so bad zoomed out from here, and like the thing that it is really good for is it makes it pretty obvious, like, this is the Disturbing Presence guy. It's this big, well, not big, but it's this moving red bright thing on top of the glowy square. I don't think Foul Appearance needs to be this flashy, but oh well. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. AI is going to set up now, which is whatever. Yeah. Actually, let's get a nice zoomed out look at the tentacle rotor from the side. Yeah, that's it. I'll keep playing the Muty Mouse Club probably, but this is my Skaven Mutations video. So hopefully y'all enjoyed that. See ya.